My name is Sofie Seyah. I'm a watercolour artist living in Denham in Shark Bay. I've been living here 3 years now. I was born and bred in Perth and moved here as a lifestyle change with my family so that we had a better work-life balance and a great place to raise kids as well. 10 years ago, I became a mother. And that really changed my life. So I went from being a commercial scientific diver, working on these big stressful scientific programs, to all of a sudden having a baby and not having a job anymore either. As a kid, I had a big love for art and was exposed to artistic materials through my dad, who's an artist. So for creative expression, I started to paint in watercolour, and I painted marine life because that was something I was familiar with and something that I loved. For a long time, I have wanted to paint landscapes and more sort of large-scale abstract type work, but you come to a place like Shark Bay and the landscapes are phenomenal. There is like the water, you see the colours in the water and you see these bays, how they've been sculpted through nature, and the birridas, these salt flats, and you go to the red cliffs and you just, wow, like the colours and the way that the rocks have eroded to create certain shapes and shadows, and you have these juxtapositions of these complementary colours as well. And I thought, I just have been so inspired by living here and spending time in nature here to want to create my own version as well. For this project, I thought, stuff it. There's this incredible opportunity to do something different. I'm not going to restrict myself to where I am comfortable. I'm going to do these big broad brushstrokes with watercolour and just see how it dries. And then printmaking was something that I've always wanted to learn. I find it really fascinating. I love the textures that you can get. I love the versatility. And we have a printing press, a very underused printing press at the Shark Bay Art Shed. So I started with experimenting and came across a style of printmaking that's called collograph. And what I used was a recycled mat board that you'd get the cutouts from the picture frame, and cutting it, carving it, sticking things on it. And it started as an experimentation, like, is this something I could even do? For me, what I wanted to do with this particular series was try and capture particularly like the red Perrin cliffs. Putting a piece of paper through, you're inking it, you're layering it like you would with the landscape, you're putting it through a press, you're rolling it with tension, and you're physically marking paper with pigment. And so for me, I could see a comparison with building up artwork with different layers, physically putting that paper under pressure to recreate artistically my impression of the Perrin cliffs.